Hi, Mitchell Reichgott, CEO of June Group, here at the Ad Club People of the Year Award. I'm with Gansca of Knotch, and I'm so pleased to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Tell us about your company.
Yeah, so I started Knotch about 4.5 years ago with the idea of trying to connect consumers with brands, just giving consumers a voice and the brands the ability to listen in real time. And as you know, companies, startups twist and turn, and they pivot and they learn. And so over time, we ended up being one of the leading now data companies in the content marketing space. So we basically enable brands to understand their audience's feedback through content marketing. So it's been a really interesting journey, and we've been working with a lot of great brands to help them figure this out.
So tell us some of the things your brands are talking about and some of the things you're telling them.
Yeah, so brands are thinking a lot about content, obviously, because I think in a world where we've acknowledged that transactional advertising doesn't work anymore, and be it ad blockers, be it this new generation of millennials, which I'm a part of, that doesn't really respond to just banner ads.
Interruptions.
Yeah. I think it's become pretty embraced that content is the new language of brands. So the things that I would say are on brands' minds are, one, how do you figure out what works and what doesn't? The other thing I would say is the incredible rise in owned content and just brands understanding that in order for them to truly own their relationship with their audience, they need to own that message, but also the platform that it gets delivered on, so that they can start also owning the data that gets created as a result of that interaction.
I understand that a lot of people are embracing these concepts, but there's probably also a lot of people that aren't ready for it yet.
Yeah, definitely.
And so how do you educate someone who is ingrained with reach and frequency and display and get them to basically turn that on its head?
In a startup, we don't really have the luxury of spending 9 months trying to educate someone on things they should be focusing on. So I would say our duty as a company is to gravitate towards the people who've already made that leap, and then once we get aligned, to start working together.
Last question for you. What's the most exciting thing about the end of this year going into next year?
I'm a data nerd, so I have to talk a little bit about data. I think it's become interesting for me to see how brands are thinking a lot more about not just transparency as a big topic, but also data ownership, and how they can start not just gathering data that they trust, but owning that data and accumulating it over time to create really fascinating data products for their brand that cater to their KPIs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed speaking with you.
Yeah, same.